Hello, seniors. This is Mrs. Babcock. I am going to be your AP English 4 teacher this year. I know that this year is already off to a strange start. If you've chosen to do virtual learning, you've chosen that option for a reason. I too, as a virtual teacher, have chosen virtual teaching as the option that I thought was best for my family. So I know we're all kind of in this strange new boat together, but I want you to know that I am so excited to be with you guys this year and to work with you and figure things out as we go. I am also looking forward to hopefully meeting you guys over Zoom meetings and learning about you through some of our assignments, and we'll talk about that in just a little bit. The very first thing I want to do today to kind of introduce myself and our course is to, of course, go over the syllabus. I am posting the syllabus in Schoology, and it's 9 pages long. Because this is an AP course, there's a lot of really important information. I'm going to hit the highlights for you. I know you don't need me to read all of this to you, but you do need to be responsible for this information, and so that does mean open up that course syllabus within Schoology, go ahead and save it and look over it when you have time. So the first thing I want to note is that this syllabus is for both my virtual and my on-site AP English 4 students. I am teaching both English 2 and AP English 4 this year. All of my English 2 classes are virtual. Most of my English 4 AP classes are virtual. I do have one section of on-site AP English 4, and so this syllabus represents information for both my on-site kiddos and my virtual kiddos. So this is also applicable because if you're a virtual student right now, at the end of the first 6 weeks, you may change your mind and you may choose to move to on-site learning, and so this information is still applicable to you even if you move to on-site learning. So, a couple of things that I want to note. First of all, this year's AP Lit exam is on Wednesday, May 5th, and so you can go ahead and put that in your calendar. It is one of those 8 a.m. exams. Other really important things to note: if you are an on-site learner, that means you're going to be in person in my classroom, you will need an electronic device with earbuds or headphones every day. A laptop is preferred, but a tablet or phone will work. On-site learners will be working in Schoology each day just like my virtual learners, though on occasion I may have a hard copy of some sort of handout for you, and if that's the case, then you'll likely want pens or pencils. Other things to note on the syllabus: I think it's really important that you take ownership of your learning, and so if you are absent, whether it is virtually or in person, you're absent, it's really important that you speak with me and figure out what you're missing. But remember, I'm not going to come to you if you're absent and tell you what you missed, because I have over 100 students. I can't keep up with who was absent which day, other than the fact that I submit your attendance. So it is your responsibility to seek out any missing information or missing work that you may have. Other things to note: if you're an on-site learner, don't ever give makeup work to a substitute. That has never worked out well for students in the past. And be sure that you don't just put something on my desk, because I will never find it and it will just stay a 0. Our late work policy has not changed. This should look familiar to you, but in AP English 4 classes, you have academic practice assignments that are accepted a day late for a 50-point deduction, and in academic achievement assignments, they're accepted a day late with a 30-point deduction, or 2 days late with a 50-point deduction, but then work can't be submitted after more than 2 days late. Other things to note: this course, it should not surprise you, it's the same as it's been in the past for an AP class. 20% of your average will come from your academic practice assignments. 80% of your average will come from those academic achievement assignments. What else can I tell you? I do feel like I'm going to go ahead and mention this. I have not struggled with cheating at the senior level in several years, which has been such a breath of fresh air. I think it's just really important to remember that if you feel like you need to cheat on an assignment because you don't understand it or feel like you can't do it, then the best thing you can do is try your hardest, but also talk to me about it, because I can help you figure out how to get through it and help you figure out how to be successful. But cheating is not a way to be successful. It's only going to hurt you. I am concerned, of course, being a brand new virtual teacher, I'm curious to see how this is going to go. I feel like it's possible there could be more copying and pasting that someone might feel like was an answer to a problem in a virtual setting. I just feel like it might be more tempting. So I'm not concerned per se about this, but I do want to go ahead and put this out there that if you feel like you need to cheat because you're struggling, that's the time when you need to see me because I am here to help you. Virtual school, so specifically for my kids who are virtual students this year, the expectation from the district is that you interact with each of your courses daily, not just my class, but each of your courses. And this is really important to keep in mind because your daily participation in our course is how I'm going to take your attendance. So each week you're going to need to review the week at a glance before you begin any of the daily lessons. After that, you'll find daily lessons in specific folders listed within our AP English for Schoology course under the resources section. Each daily folder will have a set of instructions that will be very important for you to go over in detail, and then you'll follow those instructions and click on links in the particular order that the instructions tell you. Occasionally, if you are a virtual student, we may need to schedule a synchronous assessment for test security. Synchronous means we're all doing it at the same time. I am never going to ask you to do a timed writing at 3 p.m. and only give you 24 hours notice. If we're doing a synchronous assessment for test security purposes, I will let you know with plenty of advance time so that you can get it on your calendar. For my virtual students, I will be holding office hours on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 9:30 to 10 o'clock each day on those Tuesdays and Thursdays. Now, I'm not starting this until the first Thursday of school on August 20th. This is a Zoom join code. Here's your meeting ID, your passcode. You should be able to just click on this link in the syllabus that I'm going to post in Schoology. And I might even be able to send out a QR code. So we'll see how that works. You can join me for office hours if you have any questions you want to ask about lessons, if you're looking for some one-on-one direct feedback, if you feel like you need a tutorial session, if you just need a friendly face to say hello to, you pop into that Zoom meeting. I will be there. It's possible that other students will be there as well, but it'll be a way for us to have some face-to-face time, even though we're all doing this virtually. There is information here about document formatting. None of this is going to be new to you. Information about internal documentation, the importance of works cited pages. Again, none of this will be new to you. I do want to highlight here that this is a tentative list of the major works that we're going to read this year. Miss Davis is the other AP English 4 teacher. She and I have really decided, just due to the nature of the year that we're facing, we're really kind of shrinking our reading list. We're going to do more with less texts. So the summer reading was The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien. This was a suggested summer reading. So if you have not yet started reading The Things They Carried by Tim O'Brien, day one, today, Tuesday, this is the day to start that book. It will not take you more than 2 weeks. I think it will take you a lot less than that because it is such an engaging read. I think you will absolutely love this. It is one that I would enjoy reading outside of a classroom setting. It is absolutely wonderful. It is semi autobiographical in that Tim O'Brien was drafted into the Vietnam War, and this book is a series of stories about his experience, but you really do have to decide how reliable of a narrator you think he is. And we're going to talk about truth in narration. We're going to talk about reliable narrators and how sometimes we convey emotional messages by perhaps sometimes not telling the literal truth. These are all really interesting issues to dig into with The Things They Carried. So if you have not done that as a summer reading, go ahead and get started today. Other things we'll read during the fall will be Hamlet by Shakespeare, and then our Gothic novel is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. I love the spring semester. Some of my favorite texts are in the spring semester. We have A Thousand Splendid Suns, which is written by the same man who wrote Kite Runner. So if you're familiar with Kite Runner, then A Thousand Splendid Suns has some female protagonists. And it's an amazing book. This one typically is everyone's favorite for the year. Their Eyes Were Watching God by Zora Neale Hurston is an absolutely wonderful text. And then The Importance of Being Earnest is by Oscar Wilde, and it is a comedy of manners. It's a humorous text, and I think that you will really, really enjoy this. A couple of things about me that you might want to know about me personally. This is my 8th year here in CSISD. And I should say my 8th year, all of those years have been here at CSHS. I absolutely love this school. I have frequently said if I won the lottery, I would still teach here at CSHS. This is, however, my 15th year teaching English. I spent 7 years at Bryan High School teaching English 2 and IB English 3, which is IB is similar to AP. It's comparable in that it's an advanced course. So this year at College Station High School, I am teaching English 2 on level and, of course, y'all's AP English 4 class. I'm also the English 2 level leader. Something interesting about me is that I did graduate from A&M Consolidated High School in 2002, and so I am actually a local. I grew up going to Rock Prairie Elementary. I started kindergarten in 1989 at Rock Prairie Elementary, which was the year that it actually opened. I am that old. And so kindergarten through grad school in the same town is a really interesting life. But I do love College Station. I get to live here with my parents. They're still in town. I still have 2 living grandparents who live here in town. One of my 2 sisters lives here in town. So I have a lot of family here. I do have a 10-year-old son named Logan who goes to Cypress Grove Intermediate. I have a 13-year-old son named Cooper who goes to Wellborn Middle School. And then my husband Michael and I also have a 3-year-old daughter named Olivia who is just a little firecracker. Here's some contact information for me. And then I think this is some good information for your parents, but also for you to help you kind of make sure that your expectations are appropriate for what it means to be doing well in class. And I want to emphasize having a B in this class that means you're doing well. Like, that's still a good grade. It's totally an option to make an A. I have lots of kids that make A's each year, but I want to emphasize that the B is also a really good grade. I think another thing I want to say here at the beginning of the year is that I am a big believer that your grade in my class does not define who you are as a person. We are so much more than our grades. And so that's definitely a philosophical idea I want to emphasize throughout the year. You are so much more than a number, okay? So keep that in mind. Let's see, some other information about grading. And that is the end of the syllabus. So what you're going to do now is be sure you have access to this syllabus and you have really looked over it in detail. And you are going to complete that Google form, which I will use both to take attendance today, but also as a way for me to know that you have looked over the syllabus and you have let your parents know about the syllabus. The most important thing that I want you guys to let your parents know about is our reading list. So be sure that they are aware of the texts that are expected this year. You will need to be getting your own copies of these texts. If you have trouble getting a copy, please let me know and I can help you with that. So be sure you fill out that Google form. And then we also have a Schoology discussion board that we will use as a quick getting to know you activity. I am so looking forward to this year with you guys. I think it's going to be really interesting because things are a little different, but there's a lot of things that are still the same. Reading and writing haven't changed. This AP Lit exam hasn't changed. And I am excited to walk you guys through this and be a partner with you in this really unique time. So I hope you're having a good first day, and I will hopefully see you guys Thursday at our first Zoom meeting. Bye.